moving over to our friends down south, in South London, SC Dons.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Well, friends, I call them family.
Family, okay,
Family,
family, friends, you know, all one. I want to talk about their latest episode, not the Fives episode, but the one before that against Faversham Strikeforce. So there's four key components or four key talking points that happened in that game. The first one is a bit of a somber note, bit of a sad note, is a friend of ours that we know from Takers, Smurf.
And I spoke with him yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a really good conversation with him yesterday.
Yeah, who lost a lot of his family in Barbados. So our thoughts go out to you, Smurf, and obviously, like you said, you spoke to him yesterday. How is he?
In very surprising high spirits, but that's him as a man.
Yeah.
He never lets bad things, I guess, dictate his energy, and that's one of the things that we love about him, which is how positive and energetic he is. In fact, he tried to sell me road tax. So it's just like, I love that guy, man. Smurf, listen, we love you, man. And if you ever need us, obviously, listen, we're here. Text message, phone call is what it is, man. Yeah, even
just goes to show like how great of a man he is. Like I heard in the previous episode, he drove, Shapsy's dad from Manchester down to London for a game or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, who does that? Only good people do that with clean hearts, man. So shout out to you, Smurf, and yeah, man, our thoughts are with you and your family. The next one I want to talk is about Ryan Palmer. Now, simple, build this guy a statue, man. Because if you've watched the episode, which you probably have done by now, you would have seen he scored 2 fantastic free kicks, man.
Hand on hip. It's been here 10 years.
And that guy is just immense, bruv. Like,
do you know what? This is really mad, right?
Yeah.
Because I've only met Ryan once, maybe twice. I can't remember. Maybe I've met Ryan twice, but the 2 times I met him, it was under very, I'm not going to say strenuous conditions. It was not on a football pitch.
Yeah.
And when you see Ryan and you talk to him, the first thing that comes to mind is not footballer.
Oh, really?
Nah, you think investment banker.
Okay.
Because he's super smart.
Yeah.
And he's very articulate.
Yeah.
Like, so, and the way that he conducts himself is very professional. I like him a lot.
Yeah.
And when you then put someone like that on a football pitch, it's easy to see how he can be such a good footballer.
But he's so clutch as well. Like, in those dying moments,
the best players are, man.
Yeah.
They always come through.
When you need a goal, and especially from a free kick or just a magic moment, he's there.
Yeah.
It's almost like it's scripted. Yeah. There you go. It's almost like it's scripted in a sense. Yeah.
Listen, like, it's moments, and great players are great players because they do great things in great moments. And just look for SE Dons, or if it's for any of the clubs that he's played for in non-league, that's him. That's just what he does. So I'm not surprised to see those 2 free kicks, especially the second one. That's experience.
Yeah.
Hit it, bounces in front of the goalkeeper, skids past him, and you go, oh my God. Like, listen, if you play ball and you know what you're looking at when you see that kind of stuff, that stuff's deliberate. Like, you know, you hit the ball deliberately to bounce and spin and to slide, and it's like, that's a good hit. That's a very, very good hit. Yeah. So a big result for Dons, by the way, because if they'd have dropped those points, you start thinking, well, listen, it's still points dropped, but you start looking at that going, because Faversham, where are they? 4th in the league?
Yeah, they're up there.
So they're up there. Do you know what I will say about that league, right? And I'm saying this because I've been out on my travels more again recently, and I've seen more of these teams. I must say, those teams in that top 5, there's like a pack of top 5 teams. Yeah. Dons are kind of in that top 2 teams, which is fine. But there's that pack of top 5 teams. All of those teams, from 3rd down to 5th, even maybe 6th, they've got 3 or 4 players that you go,
could be a bit dangerous.
If you haven't got your faculties about you when you turn up, they're going to turn you inside out because they don't belong at this level.
Yeah.
Like 2-3 levels up at least.
Yeah.
So you've got a couple of step 3 players in there in each of those top 5, top 6 teams, and you're going, because of that alone, any one of those games against each other could go any way.
Yeah.
So,
but Dons have acquired well. Like they've
they
brought
have
some really good players. We spoke about it the last time we was here, and a new player that's really like stood out to me. I really like him, the right back. Is it Alfie?
I'll be right. I'm not up to date with all.
You'll see him. He's that lovable rogue. Some might say he's a bit of a shithouse, but I like that. I like that at that level, man. He gives it. And again, people on screen, you'll like that as well. Trust me. But again, another player that's been brought to my attention by one of the people that was watching in our previous SC Dons video notified me the fact that Uncle RJ's back.
Yeah.
And I said the analogy was like, basically, it's the 89th minute. You've brought on your defensive midfielder to short up shot.
Yep.
Basically, try and beat us now, mate. We're 2-1 up.
Yep.
That's what that reinforcement's done, basically.
Yeah,
you know
absolutely.
What I mean? So, well done for bringing him back. Good luck, guys, for trying to beat SC Dons to the title, because that kind of shores it out for me, innit?
Do you know what? To the title, it's a tricky one.
You reckon?
I think that's still a 50-50.
You reckon?
The title's still a 50-50, in my opinion.
Okay.
Listen, I'm never sat there praying on anyone's downfall. So, I clearly want Dons to win.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at the other opposition, and I'm looking at the games left, and I'm saying they can't afford to drop these points. Either side can't really afford it.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a really, really interesting run-in. Either way, I don't think there's a scenario where Dons don't go up.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a scenario where they don't go up.
They have to go up.
Like, well, yeah, they have to, but also, again, for me, there isn't a scenario where they don't go up.
Yeah.
Because even if they have to play against the Faversham again or something like that in a playoff, listen, let me tell you something. This is not a league fixture, okay? That's a cup fixture.
Yeah.
Dons are a different beast. That's winners win. It's that mentality. It's that winners win.
Yeah.
So if it goes to a playoff, I feel bad for any of the other teams. Just accept the fact that you're going to lose the game. No. You know remember when Mike Tyson used to turn up with a towel over his head?
Yeah.
Just a hole in a towel and black socks.
Yeah. It's a long day.
It's long. Just forget it. It's long.
Yeah.
Listen, that's not me over sensationalizing Dons. I know Big G. I know RJ. I know Ryan Palmer. I know these players.
Yeah.
Answer. I know these players.
Yeah.
Don't give them that kind of platform to stand on and dunk on you, because they will dunk on you. It's that simple.
Yeah.
So, listen, like I said, I'm not praying on anyone else's downfall.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I still think the title's a bit of a 50-50. I'd still put my money on Dons to win it.
Yeah.
But they've dropped some points this year that I wouldn't have expected them to drop.
Yeah, I know.
With players that there's no excuse.
Yeah.
But it happens.
Yeah.
In non-league, it happens. In fact, in football in general, it happens.
Yeah.
If you have the remotest of stinkers and the referee's not quite giving you the rub of the green, in secondary school, when you're playing in the playground against a load of guys that don't even kick ball, but every bounce and every ricochet goes in their favour, goes in their direction, and they shoot, and there's a mad gust of wind, and it deflects and goes in, and you're like, how is this happening? Like, it happens. Like, so that's what I'm saying. Like, that sometimes you drop points and it happens. But the other teams, I'm just saying, accept the fact that if Dons don't win that league, they're going through in the playoff.
End of.
Yeah.
And then the last bit I want to talk about from that same episode, again, it really ticked me off. You might have seen it. At the end of the game, an unknown person from the other side, from Faversham, dumped the camera box into the bin.
Now, before we move on to the gaffer, I want to show you all what we're up against here at SC Dons. We just had a fantastic game with Faversham. We gave them their highest attendance, which means they made thousands on the bar. And whoever this guy is, a member of their staff, thinks it's funny to pick up the boys' camera box and empty thousands of pounds worth of equipment into the bin. Now, there's a few ways we can deal with this. We can act irresponsible and put hands on him. I can offer him to have a boxing fight and put all money donated to charity. Or I can just expose what is going on. Now, this is why we're so grateful for all the support we get worldwide, with people that have transitioned our lifestyle and are documenting a journey and inspiring people. Now, we was in the bar after the game drinking and spending money. So whoever this clown is, you're obviously too much of a coward to come up to us and tell us what you've done.
Now, you're talking to a creator here.
Yeah.
Cameras, equipment, cost money.
It's cowardly.
Why would you do that? Yeah,
Cowardly.
something might have been said on the pitch, cool.
Doesn't matter.
But why
Doesn't
would you
matter
do
what's
that?
said.
It's like, okay, let me put it in a footballer who's probably watching this terms. If someone puts your £180 boots in the bin, you're seeing that as a disrespect. Balls. I always hear coaches say, oh, that's £30 a pop. Imagine just put all of your balls into a bin and just said, fuck it.
Or booted them all over the stadium.
Or
And
booted
then
them out of the stadium. That is the same thing for us, for camera equipment, even if the box is empty. Because everything, when it's media related, costs money.
Yeah, all of it's bread. Like
Bread.
Big bread. And no one else is paying those bills except you.
Exactly.
So, like, listen, in any sense, it's taking a piss. But this is just for me. Yes, that was a liberty, but it was also one of the stupidest things you could have done because it was against SC Dons.
Yeah, who film everything.
Like,
When you think they're not going to get caught?
You're going to get caught, but also they're going to hold you accountable.
Yeah.
So it's like, what did you think is going to happen?
Yeah.
Like, where did you think this would go? Now, obviously, listen, there are a group of good guys that are in this game for the right reasons, and they're doing this for all the right reasons and all the right motivations. So the repercussions might not have been what they might have been 10 years ago for some of these people. But even still, took a big gamble on doing something like that. It's disrespectful, it's bang out of order, and at the very minimum, a heartfelt apology needs to be given.
At least. And again, I'm not there. I'm not part of the SC Dons team, as you know, but at the same time, I know it from a person that's in this game and creates content, that takes a piss. That's liberties. Like I said, for example, if a plumber has his tools and you dump his tools into a bin, that takes liberties, because that's his work, that's his trade, that's what he uses every single day. So anyway, hopefully something gets resolved off the back of this and it doesn't happen again. That's all I've got to say on that one.